Well, hello again. It's me. I'm still at it here. As promised, I'm going to do one more short session, at least one more this evening. I'll call this one Vlog 28, and the purpose for this vlog is I want to introduce an idea which I actually learned from my friend TJ in Sweden, Luleå, Sweden. TJ's a truck driver, a tanker driver, but he's also a security guard. He's in the Swedish military, and he's doing, I think for the summer anyways, he's doing a security guard job or what have you. I don't think he's driving his tankers right now. But anyways, I learned this from him. Every Monday when he does his recording, he does it in Swedish. All throughout the week, his other recordings are in English, and so. But on Mondays he does Swedish, and he's just recently started at the very tail end of those Swedish. He calls it Swedish Mondays. At the end of Swedish Mondays, he's putting about a 3 or 4 minute English summary. So he just summarizes what his session was in Swedish. But pretty cool idea. So anyways, I got this notion, this idea. I might try something like that. At work, we have from time to time theme nights, theme menus, theme services. To give you an example, we will do a Mexican night or an Asian night or a Greek night, or something of that, or French cuisine, evening of French cuisine, things of that sort. And everything of that particular event is based on the theme. And so, in a sense, I already do that. I don't record it, but we do that. It's the same sort of idea, whereby there's a theme for a specific time or a specific, in this case, day. So I was thinking today is Tuesday, and I would like to have a theme every Tuesday. And what I was thinking about was T-shirts. I have a whole lot of T-shirts, and in my opinion, because I'm a photographer or an amateur photographer, the mantra is every T-shirt tells a story. No different than every picture tells a story, or every picture says 1,000 words, or something of that nature. Because for many folks, their T-shirts kind of tell a story. There's a little bit of history behind every T-shirt. So I thought, Dex, you've got about 1,000 T-shirts, and you've had them for such a long time, and all they do is sit on their shelves and seldom ever get worn anymore. Some of them are really tattered and old and worn out. Others are brand new, I've never worn before. But they each signify a specific time, event in my life. So it's a little bit of history. So what I would like to do is start today, and I'm just wearing a T-shirt right now. In fact, being a chef for so many years, my colleagues, my friends, my acquaintances, my family, and yada yada, they tend to buy me a T-shirt, and so on and so forth. And I'm wearing a T-shirt right now that my ex-wife Sherry gave to me when we were living in Alaska or Yukon. I think it was in Whitehorse, Yukon. I was living there and working for an American company, hotel company, hotels, cruises, and such. The world's largest, actually, food service is Holland America, and they're based out of Seattle, Washington. But anyways, and I was working for them in the Yukon and in Alaska, stateside and territory side. But we were traveling, I think, on stateside. We came across this little shop in, I think it was Tok, Alaska. and Sherry bought me these T-shirts. I didn't know she had bought them for me. She bought me two actually, and they're both the same theme. One's blue, which I'm wearing now, and another was white. But they both had the same. So she bought it in jest for me as a practical joke and a little gift of sorts. So what I'll do is I'll tell you the story behind the T-shirt, but first I'll show you the T-shirt and so on. So by standing and showing, there's my T-shirt. I don't know how well you can see it, but spam. Anyways, the joke was that I'd wear my T-shirts in the summertime as casually as I normally do, and I'm basically advertising this product, this Spam by Hormel. Anyway, so I would wear it, and all my friends they'd get a kick out of it. Hey, look at this grand chef wearing a Spam shirt. It was just it was hilarious, and but personally, as a chef or not, I like Spam. I enjoy Spam. I eat Spam now and then, and so forth. But that it was a joke behind it, and that was back in about 1995 or 96. No, I left Yukon in 96. So yeah, it would have been in the summer of 95. So there's a date, there's a story, and there's a little story how it relates to me as a person, as a professional person, as a individual person, and so forth. But I would from time to time wear this shirt to work. I would just, obviously I'm not going to work in this, but to work as my civvies or my civilian clothes. And so that's the story of the Spam T-shirt. I have a white one as well. It's a little more worn out, but it's definitely when you're in a public place, people will look at you and they'll be sort of staring at you and licking their lips and such. Perhaps it has that effect on folks or their appetites. Anyways, so that's T-shirt Tuesday, number 1. In 2 weeks' time, when I'm here again, I'll do a second version, of course, and I'll bring out another T-shirt. But I thought it was a wonderful idea, and I thank you, TJ, for the idea. Now, that's not to say that I couldn't take this one step further and maybe have a telescope Thursday, for example. Just to mention very briefly, I'm an avid amateur astronomer, astrophotographer. I've done many works, posters, and so forth with my telescopes. Have four telescopes, 2-inch reflector, 3.5 inch. No, I'm sorry. It's a 2.25 inch reflector. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong again. It's a 2.5 inch refractor, a 3.5 inch reflector, a 4.5 inch refractor, and an 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain, which is a combination of lenses and mirrors. Just to give you a quick rundown, refractors use lenses, glass lenses, for their optics. Reflectors use mirrors, and Schmidt-Cassegrains use both mirrors and lenses. So that's and I have cameras. I have cameras most folks have not even heard of. Like, my favorite of all cameras is a 1957 Nikon Nikkormat. It's a film camera which I don't use for any other purpose than hooking onto my telescope or piggybacking on my telescopes when I'm doing astrophotography, time lapse, and so forth. But I have other cameras and other different methods of using my cameras. For example, just mounting it on and using the tracking capabilities in my telescope to focus on a specific target for a number of hours. Well, your shutter is open for a number of hours, so you get real deep space objects. But that's not what the purpose of this video. This video is for t-shirts, and so I'm going to wind it down because I've just hit over 10 minutes. But I hope you enjoy this little event I'm going to have. It'll start off with T-shirt Tuesdays. It might go to Telescope Thursdays. It might go to some other themed nights, as well as my normal day-to-day vlogs, I should say. I don't have a blog, but anyways, folks, have a good night, and we'll talk to you